This morning today, Louisville baristas who work for Sunnergoss and Starbucks coffee stores will go on strike. The goal of the one-day strike is to protest the unfair labor charges and changes filed against both companies. The group alleges the coffee companies violated their federally guaranteed freedoms to organize unions. They also aim to negotiate contracts for better wages, benefits, and schedules. Picketing will take place this morning at 6 at the Sunnergoss on Preston Street. At noon, there's going to be a rally at the Federal Building downtown, followed by a march to the Sunnergoss Coffee on 5th Street. Right now, Louisville Metro Police are investigating a homicide in the Russell neighborhood. This happened just after 11 Saturday night near Place Rouge, close to 9th Street and West Chestnut. Police found a man who'd been shot multiple times. He was taken to the hospital but did later die. There are no suspects at this time. Anyone with information is asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. Police are also investigating a deadly shooting in the Shawnee neighborhood. Just before 6 Saturday night, police were called to South 41st Street near West Market. They found a man who'd been shot. He died at the scene. LMPD believes the shooting was domestic in nature and everyone has been accounted for. Catholic University in Washington, D.C. is updating its security measures after an Oldham County teacher was killed on campus during a teachers' conference. In a letter to the students and staff, Catholic University's president remembered the life of Maxwell Emerson, sharing they plan to create a memorial in his memory. To prevent further incidents, the university is boosting armed officers and bike patrols on campus. Police arrested Jamie Macedo in connection to Emerson's death. He has been charged with murder. Today, Emerson will be laid to rest. Services will be held at the Crestwood campus of Southeast Christian Church. The visitation starts at 1, with the funeral service following at 3. Kentucky State Police are looking for this woman right here. Police say she cashed fake checks in multiple counties. They say on Friday she went to FNB bank locations in Graves, McCracken, Callaway, and Trigg counties and cashed 5 bad checks in 3 of the counties. She was last seen in a 2022 silver Dodge Charger with black wheels and a black spoiler. The car has North Carolina plates. If you know anything, you're asked to call KSP at the number you see right there on your screen. It's 800-222-5555. The little 6-year-old girl shot during a road rage incident on I-65 may never walk again, according to GoFundMe. The post says the child, whose name's Onyx, was inside her father's car when she was shot in the back last Monday, severing her spine. According to police, 3 motorcyclists and the car got into some sort of altercation on I-65 near the outer loop. It continued north on the interstate. The motorcyclists opened fire on the car, hitting the girl. Only 1 arrest has been made in connection to the shooting. The GoFundMe for Onyx has raised more than $12,000. If you'd like to donate, we have a link on our website, WHAS11.com. Canadian wildfire smoke continues to plague the United States. This is video from Ohio. It's one of 11 states that's under an air quality alert on Sunday. The haze is coming from nearly 400 fires ignited in British Columbia this past week, nearly half of which were started by lightning strikes, according to the British Columbia Wildfire Service. So far this year, more than 24 million acres have burned from wildfires. It's roughly the size of Indiana. The smoke's also causing some issues here in Kentucky. Beyond health issues, the conditions are more than unfavorable for farmers and their crops. Taylor Woods traveled to New Washington, Indiana to speak with one farmer about the impact.
The haze from Canadian wildfires sits gloomy over this New Washington, Indiana farm. It has disrupted the amount of sunlight crops are getting.
These wildfires are surely affecting the quality of the photosynthesis that gets into the plant.
These corn and soybean crops depend on sunlight to grow. With the haze blocking much of that light, crops are now feeling the impact.
The reduction that you're seeing today from the wildfires is surely affecting the growth of it.
Indiana farmer Terry Vissing says crops have had a reasonably well season of sunlight. However, these last couple of days of smoke and haze have been detrimental to his plants.
This corn, it happens to be a C4 plant, and it's very it needs a lot of sunlight.
The haze disrupting the photosynthesis process and disrupting the course of development for these crops.
All these plants, the more photosynthesis they get, the better they grow. So better they grow, the better the yield is.
The more solar radiation, the better, higher the yield of crops, which is how farmers make their profit. Vissing also wants people to be careful of their actions.
Would be very careful in not letting your cigarettes or your campfires
He says these factors play a role in amplifying wildfire conditions if they are not monitored properly. In New Washington, Taylor Woods, WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
Now for us, the main concern from the wildfire smoke is fine particle pollution. These particles are tiny enough to get deep into your lungs. It can affect your breathing and it can have an impact on your health.